Architecture is more than just buildings, it's like a language. It tells the story of who we are. Our beliefs, our values, our history, all these are etched into the spaces we create. Buildings become a reflection of us. They are a physical manifestation of our cultural identity. Think about the iconic structures around the world. Each tells a story about the people who built them. The Colosseum in Rome, with its grand scale and imposing structure, speaks of the Roman Empire's power and might. It reflects their love for entertainment and spectacle. Then look at the intricate geometric patterns adorning Islamic mosques. These designs, often found in mosaics and tilework, reflect a culture deeply rooted in mathematics, science, and spirituality. These patterns aren't just decorative, they're a testament to the Islamic world's intellectual pursuits. These architectural marvels are not just buildings, they are stories in brick and mortar, concrete and steel. They tell us who we are and where we come from. Religious buildings are prime examples of how architecture shapes cultural identity. Let's start with temples. In many Asian cultures, temples are not just places of worship. They are also centers of learning, community gathering spots, and even performance venues. Think of the towering gopurams of Hindu temples in India. These elaborate structures are covered in sculptures depicting deities and scenes from mythology. They are not just beautiful to look at, but they also serve as visual reminders of the stories and beliefs central to Hinduism. Similarly, the soaring minarets and domes of mosques speak volumes about Islamic culture. The call to prayer, broadcast from the minarets 5 times a day, resonates through Muslim communities. It structures their day and reinforces their shared faith. The mosque itself serves as a focal point for community life. Even in modern cities, churches, synagogues, and other religious buildings often follow architectural styles that reflect the history and traditions of the faiths they represent. These buildings act as anchors, connecting people to their past and their beliefs. The phrase "form follows function" is often used in architecture. It means that the design of a building should be determined by its intended use. A factory should be designed for efficiency, while a library should prioritize quiet study spaces. But sometimes, culture flips the script. Form doesn't just follow function, it follows culture first and foremost. Take Japanese traditional houses, for example. They often feature sliding doors and flexible spaces. This design reflects the Japanese emphasis on harmony with nature and adaptability to changing needs. The house becomes an extension of the natural world, not a stark contrast to it. Another example is the use of courtyards in hot, arid climates. These open-air spaces, often found in traditional Middle Eastern and Mediterranean architecture, are not just functional. They also serve as social spaces where families gather and communities interact. These examples show that culture can play a significant role in shaping architectural design. It's not always about what's most practical, it's about what best reflects the values and traditions of the people who will live and interact with the space. Sometimes adhering to cultural traditions might lead to architectural choices that aren't strictly about maximizing practical function. This doesn't make these choices any less valid. In fact, it often makes the buildings even more meaningful. Think about the Gothic cathedrals of Europe. Their towering spires and stained glass windows were not strictly necessary for their function as places of worship. However, they served a powerful symbolic purpose. The soaring heights were meant to inspire awe and connect worshippers to the divine. This interplay of culture and function can also be seen in more modern structures. The Burj Khalifa in Dubai, for example, is a testament to modern engineering. But its design, inspired by the geometry of a desert flower, also reflects local culture and heritage. These examples show that architecture is not just about creating functional spaces. It's about creating spaces that resonate with the people who use them, reflecting their history, values, and aspirations. Section 5. Planning our lives, cities and spaces. Architecture isn't just about individual buildings. It's also about how we plan and design our cities and public spaces. Urban planning plays a crucial role in shaping our lives, influencing how we interact with each other and our environment. Think about the difference between a sprawling city designed for cars and a compact, walkable city center. The former can lead to social isolation and a dependence on automobiles. The latter, on the other hand, encourages walking, cycling, and public transport. This, in turn, fosters a sense of community and promotes a healthier lifestyle. Take Amsterdam, for example, with its canals and narrow streets designed for pedestrians and bicycles. The city's design encourages a slower pace of life and fosters a sense of community. It's a stark contrast to the car-centric layout of many American cities. The way we design our public spaces, from parks and plazas to libraries and community centers, also plays a crucial role in shaping social interactions. Inviting, well-maintained public spaces can become hubs for community life, encouraging people to connect and interact. Section 6. Walking the talk: how design connects us. The concept of walkability is central to creating vibrant, livable urban spaces. Walkable cities are designed to prioritize pedestrians. Streets are designed for people, not just cars. This means wider sidewalks, crosswalks that prioritize pedestrian safety, and a mix of shops, restaurants, and residences within walking distance of each other. When cities are designed for walking, it creates a ripple effect. People are more likely to walk or cycle, leading to a healthier population. They're also more likely to interact with their neighbors and support local businesses. Copenhagen, consistently ranked as one of the world's most livable cities, is a prime example of this. The city has invested heavily in pedestrian infrastructure, including dedicated bike lanes and car-free zones. This has resulted in a city where people feel connected to their surroundings and to each other. The lesson here is simple. When we design cities for people, we create spaces that are not only more efficient and sustainable but also more conducive to social interaction and a strong sense of community. Section 7. Symbols in stone reading our buildings. Architecture is a language, and just like any language, it's full of symbols. We use architectural elements to communicate ideas, beliefs, and values. These symbols can be overt, like the cross on a church or the crescent moon on a mosque. Then there are more subtle symbols. Think about the use of certain materials. Marble, for example, is often associated with grandeur and permanence. It's no coincidence that many government buildings and monuments are constructed from marble. Even the shape of a building can carry symbolic weight. Skyscrapers, for instance, are often seen as symbols of economic progress and ambition. This is especially true in cities like New York and Hong Kong, where the skyline is dominated by these towering structures. Understanding these symbols allows us to read buildings and gain a deeper appreciation for the cultural values they represent. It adds another layer of meaning to the built environment around us. Section 8. From Eiffel's Tower to Zaha's vision. The Eiffel Tower is a great example of how architecture can evolve in its cultural significance. When it was first built for the 1889 World's Fair in Paris, many people hated it. They thought it was an eyesore. But over time, the Eiffel Tower became a beloved symbol of Paris and France. Today, it's one of the most recognizable landmarks in the world. This transformation shows how architecture can transcend its initial reception to become a powerful emblem of cultural identity. In more recent times, architects like the late Zaha Hadid have pushed the boundaries of architectural design. Her futuristic fluid buildings, like the Heydar Aliyev Center in Azerbaijan, challenge conventional notions of what a building should look like. Her work has been both praised as visionary and criticized as being out of place. Regardless of one's opinion, there's no denying that Hadid's architecture sparks debate and challenges us to think differently about the possibilities of the built environment. Section 9. Building our future, brick by brick. Architecture is a reflection of who we are as a culture. It tells the story of our past, embodies our values in the present, and shapes the world we will inhabit in the future. From the grand temples of antiquity to the soaring skyscrapers of today, our buildings are more than just bricks and mortar. They are powerful symbols of human ingenuity, creativity, and cultural identity. As we move forward, it's essential to consider the cultural impact of the spaces we create. Let's strive to design buildings and cities that are not only functional and sustainable, but also beautiful, inspiring, and reflective of the diverse cultures that make up our world. By understanding the relationship between architecture and culture, we can create a built environment that enriches our lives and leaves a positive legacy for generations to come.